Good morning, everybody. This is Tonetta coming to you with a quick video of the morning. I actually have been up since about like 3 o'clock this morning, actually. And it was on my mind to make sure that I do this video no matter what time I got to work this morning. I put it that way so I can make sure that I had it done for you all this morning because it was on my heart and soul to do. The reason being, of course, I forgot the title, but I know it's labeled something along the lines of course, we sitting at, well, for me, sitting in silence and not saying anything, not saying what's going on with you, it does create a lot of hurt. For many and for me in the past, it has created, of course, anxiety, depression, all kinds of things. And I'm 42 years old. I think I've said that in other videos, but I'm 42 now. And it took me until last year, till I was 41, to actually start. Well, a little bit, yeah, mostly last year, in order for me to start, of course, telling what's going on with me, saying I'm crying this day, or I'm in a bad mood, or whichever the case may have been, in order for me to start healing myself and growing. I know, like I said last night, I was actually crying because of some issues that was going on and that I was thinking about, memories that started coming up and things like that. And I was sitting up, well, when I got up this morning about 3 o'clock, because I went to bed so early last night, about 8:30 or something, but I went to bed real early last night. And I woke up and I was actually trying to see who was online so I can chat with, that kind of thing, because I didn't feel like I couldn't get back to sleep. One of my guy friends, he was actually online, so we chatted for actually until I got up this morning to get ready for work. He was letting me know that he's been going through similar issues and had been crying as well. He's going through a divorce and some things are going on with custody and stuff like that with his daughter. So I mean, I'm like, okay, how many other people are just sitting in silence and not saying anything to anybody? If I wouldn't have probably said anything to him or how I was feeling or that kind of thing, he probably would have never opened up to me either and told me anything about what was actually going on with him. I know I'm one. I do try to post in my videos or talk in my videos about some of the things I'm going through and how others can possibly relate to those things and possibly learn some tips on how to grow from those things and that kind of thing as well. But I know there's many who do not say anything at all to anybody, who don't post about it. You may see some positive posts all day long, but they're not talking about their issues. They're not talking about what's actually bothering them. Some may be actually nearing suicide, which I have been approached by a few on here actually, who were messaged me and that kind of thing, were saying that they were suicidal or thinking about it or in that kind of depressed mode. I guess I put it that way. And like I said, we all, a lot of us go through that all the time. Because I was one who didn't say anything to anybody about anything. And of course, everybody, oh, you're so strong, you're this and you're that. Yeah, I know, yes, I am strong. I cannot deny that. Yes, I am. But there comes a point I guess there came a point in my life where, of course, I cannot be strong all the time. I mean, there are things that come up. There are things that happen in my life that I need to express and need to get out. And I never did that. I guess I put it that way. I mean, every once in a while, maybe like every year or so, or 2, 3, 5 years, something like that. I mean, I'd say something or tell somebody exactly how I'm feeling, that kind of thing. But it was very few and in between. It wasn't all the time like I do now at all. I can definitely say, like I said, last year, actually when I joined Live Masters as well, that was the year before that, like that fall 2017, when I started doing these live videos. And it wasn't until some of the questions that Mike Chavez was asking, I guess, and I started opening up and trying to express myself and that kind of thing. And a little bit before that, I was actually into a group called Toastmasters, which we did like public speaking and stuff like that. And that was the first time that I actually told part of my story to a group of folks I didn't really know at all. I mean, I've seen them in class, that kind of thing. But like I said, I had to start opening up. And that taught me that all these years that I went through saying that, or believing that you can't, well, I couldn't cry. I guess I can't say everybody, but I couldn't cry because it was a sign of weakness. It was embarrassing, or it meant, like I said, that to me, very, very much so a weakness. I guess I'd say that. It meant that you were vulnerable and all those kind of things. I can cry now. I can say that. And it seems like I've been crying everything for the last 41 years and 3 months, it seems like. But like I said, as far as me opening up and those kind of things, I had to get to a point where I just couldn't take it anymore. And I had to realize that all those things that I was holding in, whether that was, I don't know, any relationship that I had lost, or anybody that passed away in my family, all those kind of things, all those things that bother me. Like I said, I never talked about those things as much as I do now. And I can tell you, as much as I know now, that I'm definitely healing from all those things. I'm definitely growing from all those things. And I'm definitely finding out more ways and how to deal with those things. Because like I said, I know there's a lot of people out there who are hurting, who are scared to I guess, to say anything about it, whether they've lost somebody in their life, whether it was due to death or murder, or just somebody blocked them, or it was a soulmate that they lost, that kind of thing, or they're going through a divorce, or they just had a breakup, or they're outcast in their family. All types of losses that we have. We have people, I've seen people on here that they have lost their pet, because I have lost 2 pets as well too. 2 of my little kitty cats years ago. But I know all those losses, they do start to affect us, and they do hurt us. And by us not speaking up, not saying anything about it, yes, it will continue to hurt you until you start speaking those things. And like I said, I had to get to a point. I know I may have talked about this last year in one of my videos as well, but like I said, it was on my heart and soul to, I guess to really speak this morning, because I know I scroll through my timeline. I can't say every day, all day long, that kind of thing at all, but I do scroll through some, and sometimes I comment, or sometimes I just get a heart or put a heart on somebody else's post. It just takes a little bit, I guess, in order for somebody to just, and Abigail talked about this in one of her posts, I believe, the other day, about us not reaching out to each other and just checking on people, whether we know them or not, that's on our friends list, or whether it's our neighbors, or whether it's a cousin we haven't spoke to in forever, or whoever it is, parents we haven't seen in years, or because of some other crazy thing that may have went on that we just are not talking, that kind of thing. Like I said, there's a lot of us that go through a lot of things every single day. And I can say this last, I know yesterday, and I think the weekend was the Sunday, Monday, whichever night it was, a few days ago as well. I mean, I was crying during the night, all upset and everything, and had all this stuff going through my mind about stuff that I've been through and stuff that I've could have done differently, which I know I can't do anything about it now, but all I can do is just talk about those things and talk about how I grew from those things, and all the lessons that I've learned. Because I know that everything I've been through, whether it was a death in the family, or my parents, or their drug abuse, anything that I've been through, loss of a friend, that kind of thing, I know everything that I've been through has been a life lesson that I will never, of course, forget. It may have not been the best situation at that time at all, but like I said, I know very, very much so that those were definitely life lessons and new tools for me to use to grow, I guess, for other situations that's going on, or that's going to happen in the future. I guess I'd say that, because nobody's exempt from having just a perfect life. Nothing's going on. They don't cry. They don't hurt. They don't have anything that's going on. Nobody dies. I don't know anybody that lives like that. I guess I'll put it that way. I mean, I can't say. I'm sure that maybe there is a person that actually lives like that. I don't know, but in my mind, I doubt that very seriously. And I know that we all go through those hurts and all those pains all the time. And like I said, by us not speaking up, which I know you don't have to tell your whole, I have, of course, but your entire life story, that kind of thing. But that's something that I felt that I had to do, because I was silenced for so many years about different things that happened in my life, whether it was sexual abuse, or seeing my parents using drugs and living in that kind of environment. My dad beat my mom, that kind of thing. I sat in silence for years. I'm a social worker too, of course, and working with people in that kind of field that's going through the same things that I've been through. Yes, I tried to hold it in as much as I could. I guess I put it that way. Not wanting anybody to see that I was hurting, or anybody to see that I sometimes had cried at night and didn't tell anybody, or that I wasn't strong at those moments. Like I said, there's a lot of moments that I'm not strong, of course. I mean, I'm telling you this right now. And there's a lot of moments that everybody's not strong. I mean, nobody's just a damn iron brick all day long. I mean, all black throughout their whole life. If so, I would definitely say something's wrong with that person. I mean, on the psychotic or something else going on. But like I said, there's nobody that's not affected by the things that happen in their life. I don't care what religion you are. I don't care what spirituality you believe in, or if you believe in nothing. It doesn't make any difference. All I'm saying is that we need to, I hope that we start learning how to get these things off of our chest so we can heal and so we can grow. I mean, like I said, there's a lot of, I know because I work in the field of social work, there's a lot of depression. A lot of depression is, I know I've been depressed at times, suicidal as well. I didn't, of course, kill myself, that kind of thing, but I thought about it. A lot of that stuff came from me not living the true person who I was, and me still trying to keep these masks on and show everybody that I was a strong person. I can make it through anything without crying. I can do this, and I'm always happy and that kind of thing, which I do have a happy spirit. I'm that kind of person. I'm happy-go-lucky, bubbly, want to play like a big old kid, and that kind all the time, actually. But I mean, there were times that, of course, I lost my parents and that kind of thing. I mean, I may have cried a little bit, but I didn't really cry as much as I'm crying now. I guess I'd say that. But a lot of things, I mean, a lot of other things that went on that I did not cry about or not express myself about. And like I said, the sexual abuse, I never talked about that until last year, actually. It was last year. And like I said, I held that in for when I'm 42 years old now. So I guess, I don't know, I guess about 30-something, almost, 35 years. I don't know how long it's been, but about 35 years or so. And like I said, I mean, I there's no way that, which I know I heard people talking about, leave your past in the past and all these kind of things, which, okay, that's fine. But when you have a past that things are bothering you, that you have to get off your chest and that you have to speak about, yes, you have to speak those things. You have to figure out what those lessons, well, depends on what age you were, because I'm sure there are some things that you can't really, if you're sexually abused or somebody tried to hurt you or kill you under 10 or something like that. I mean, that's, to me, nothing that you caused. I mean, but as you get older and that kind of things and things are going on, there's a lot of things that we sometimes do cause ourselves and that we have to, if you can do so, because I mean, I know I'm doing so. Everybody cannot do that, but just admit to yourself you're wrong, and I mean, and stand in that truth. There are some things, yes, I know that I did. I mean, that I've caused different issues or different reactions from people on different things that was going on. Yes, I know that. And I have to be a woman and say, yes, I've caused this, or I learned my lesson in this situation, or that's my story. And I stand by my story 100%. I mean, there's nothing else that I can do. I can't stand by anybody else's story because it's not mine. This story is mine. So like I said, with me going, I guess I've been going on this morning. Let me see what time it is actually. Okay, so I actually got to get going, but I just want to say this morning to everybody that did tune in. Lisa, Antoinette, James, Kelly, Rachel, everybody, good morning, which I will respond to your comments once throughout the day today, sometime today. But I just want to thank you all for tuning in this morning. And for those who catch the replay, do enjoy and do just take if it's just a light bulb just goes off for you, I guess, whoever looks at this today, just to realize that you are not alone, because that's honestly how I felt last night at about 3 o'clock in the morning. I felt that I was alone until I reached out to a friend who I saw online and trying to talk to him, see what was going on. And we actually were going through the same damn thing, actually. I did not know, and he didn't, but he kind of knew some of the things I had been going through, but not to the extent that I was going through or crying or that kind of thing. And like I said, he was going through the exact same thing, probably not the same experiences, but he was going through the exact same thing. And it wasn't for me speaking up and saying something and just laying there crying or hurting or that kind of thing. Like I said, I would have never knew what he was going through, and he would have never knew that about me. Like I said, we just have to realize and understand that there's a lot more people that's going through a lot, I guess I would say, whether that's a death, whether that's somebody that they've lost out of their life, or whether that's somebody whose kids are with somebody else and you're having a hard time trying to deal with that situation. All kind of things are going on that we need to kind of start reaching out to everybody else. To not everybody, I guess, if you don't want to, I'm the person to reach out to everybody actually, but as long as you have just one person that you can reach out to and that's non-judgmental, that you can talk to and clear your mind with, that's fine and dandy. You don't have to get up here and do it on a video or create posts like I do. But if you have somebody in private that you can reach out to, talk to, I'm here as well. If you're on my friends list or not on my friends list, I don't even care, actually. You can just reach out to me and let me know what you're going through. We can talk about it and process. I'm here for that as well. That is not a problem. But like I said, for everybody who was on this video this morning and who do watch the replay, I do thank you and I do appreciate you all and I do love you all. And just keep in mind that you are not alone no matter what you're going through. And everybody have a great Wednesday. And like I said, I love you all. And I'll reply to your comments later on this evening.